Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We all know about the Hijri calendar that we follow. Let us go a little deep and find out how the Hijri calendar came into existence. So, it was during the caliphate of Umar Raziallahu Anhu, the Sahaba felt the need of a calendar. That was because a case was referred to Amirul Momineen Umar Raziallahu Anhu concerning a contract that one man had with another, saying what he owed him became due in Shaban. Umar Raziallahu Anhu said, "Which Shaban? The Shaban of this year we are in now, or of last year, or of next year?" Then he summoned the Sahaba and consulted them about adopting a calendar so that people could conduct their business on that basis with no confusion. The Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them, reached a unanimous decision in 16 AH, or it was said 17 AH or 18 AH. The incidents that are connected to the life of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and that could have been taken as the start of the calendar are four: his birth, the start of his mission, his migration, that is Hijrah, and his death. They thought it was best to start the calendar from the Hijrah, because in the case of his birth and the start of his mission, there would be uncertainty with regard to the exact year. As for the time of his death, they chose not to use it because remembering it would renew their grief. Umar Raziallahu Anhu was inclined to choose the date of the Hijrah because it is known when it occurred. Hijrah is an important event in the history of Islam when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated and settled in Medina, and the people gathered around him and supported him, and he built the mosque. Islamic principles were applied to govern the state, its economy and socio-cultural structure. There was no choice left except the Hijrah, and they chose to regard Muharram as the first month of the year rather than Rabiul Awwal, because the plan to migrate started to take shape in Muharram. The oath of allegiance, that was the precursor to the Hijrah, had taken place during Zulhijj, and the first new moon after the oath of allegiance and the decision to migrate was that of Muharram. So it was appropriate to make it the first month of the year. Thus, the Hijri calendar is a lunar calendar whose months begin and end depending on the movements of the moon. The moon's disappearance signals the sign of the end, and the new moon indicates the start of a lunar month. The day begins after sunset. That is, the new date begins from the time of Maghrib prayer, not 12 o'clock at night.